And it's all about mindset, right? Where how you calibrate your mindset in which becomes something to you. Like you working out is just who you are, right?
Yeah.
Like now it's part of your life, part of your identity. Not that you are just that, but it is part of your life.
Yes. And I feel that I guess when people say this to me, I'm like, wait a minute, doesn't everybody have the same vehicle that you want to accelerate and see at its best?
Yeah. Yeah.
And but I guess but that's what I love, I guess, because everyone is different and this is not how it's supposed to be, where I can admire someone for something else too, So this
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
why I feel like I connect with people like you,
Thanks, man.
uh, from here and all across the world. And I know there's a lot of people out there, and I'm one of you too, and you're one of me, and I see you and you see me. Every time you close your eyes, we are all one. So with that being said, I feel all of us can do great things and accomplish anything that you want.
So talking about competition, you just went to one because I know you were like so like focused on it, hyper focused. You were putting in the work. How did that go?
So this time around, obviously, I had a better approach. Obviously, I couldn't have done this without the support of my lady Nicole.
Shout out to Nicole.
She's my number one.
Right
Yeah.
here,
So honestly, without her, obviously this would have been very different, and the alignment would have had to been a lot, a lot more effort. But because of this, I'm able to do what I'm doing because I am opening myself up to everyone. Everyone has a part of this in my dream.
Yeah.
You're here. There's nothing left for you to do, but just do it now. That's it. All you need to do is write it down.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of With the Boys podcast. Come and hang out with the boys because today I have a great guest, my good friend, Efren Camarena. He's a physique life coach. I said it, physique life coach. What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to have you. I like your beer.
Thank you. I just did it this Friday right before the competition.
Oh, nice. How did that go?
So I got first in my class, so I won.
Nice.
Won that, and I got second in the overall, but qualifies for nationals, so I'm coming.
There you go. He's coming, ladies and gentlemen. Editors, throw some applause right there because these deserve several applauses right there. There you go. Yeah, that's awesome, man. So I'm so hyped that you're here, man. So we met with Rue Formans, a good friend of ours.
Very good guy.
Yeah, very great guy. So he was actually one of my guests too in the podcast.
Yes,
so
yes.
we met there. We were creating content for him, for his brand Performance Supplements. And at first we started working, and I don't know, it's just the vibe that you bring into the room is just awesome, man. Professional. You were
Thank you.
all in. You were following directions. You were so invested in it. You were like, what else? Tell me what else to do.
Absolutely.
And I like that, because you were humble and you were willing to cooperate. A lot of some of other athletes they're just more like diva.
No way. I love this. I'm animated. I'm creative from the core. So
Heart, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's
I
good.
love making mistakes. So just because it just gives me something else to work on.
Yeah. That's great, man. So I like to start the podcast with would you rather questions. You kind of break the ice, kind of get the conversation going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be honest. I found this in Google 5 minutes before the podcast. So if it sounds weird, excuse me.
It's all good, man. Bring it.
All right, let's go. So 1. Would you rather be forced to exercise every day in use sweaty stale gym clothes, or be forced to work out in a gym where everyone but you is in the way taking selfies in the mirrors all the time?
Oh, taking selfies all day.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. It doesn't bother me. You get out of my way.
Yeah, right?
That's right.
Right, as long as they don't bother you.
No way.
So how do you feel about, if they're taking video and you're in the video and you're, let's say, just working next to them and they're just taking... How do you feel about that? Because there's a huge controversy in the gym workout community nowadays. There's some people are sensitive to that, some people don't care, and so how do you feel about that culture right now?
So obviously it's everybody notices it, especially the people from my time and time before me, but the people that are current at the moment, this is what they do, so to them it really doesn't they don't see a problem with it. But people like me, I guess, when you have a plan, you go to places where people train with the same mindset. So, for example, if you're at the 24-hour fitness, it's like you're signing up for the public pool. So you can't really get upset if someone's over there playing Marco Polo.
Yeah.
So. But when you go to a real gym, everyone has the same mindset and everything is moving. So every once and again, you'll get people doing this and that. But for the most part, they respect, all of the athletes that are in there actually, putting real effort. So, but yes, I mean, it can be a problem, but no, it doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother you. Okay. I mean, I'm in the same boat. It doesn't bother me as long as you attack me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Shout out.
No, it's cool. I get it. I mean, if it keeps you in there working out, taking the proteins, doing the stuff that you need to do, that's fine. There's no problem.
There's
so
no problem.
Everyone's in their process, and it's a beautiful thing.
That's true, man. Yeah, because that has become a huge thing now in social media. That I've seen a lot of videos of like people getting upset for being recorded. Some other people get upset because they're recording and somebody just like, I don't know, walks through and they're like, oh, the disrespect.
Yeah.
And maybe the guy was not paying attention. So there's a lot of controversy there right now. I've seen. And I follow a few guys that are like, well, man, you're in a gym. I mean, like you say, you're in a public pool.
Yeah. So you really can't get upset.
You can't really get upset. Yeah, that's true. All right. So let's move on to the next one. So, would you rather belong to a gym where no one clears the racks and puts the weights back in the right place, or belong to a gym where everyone corrects your form and refuses to leave you alone? So one gym is like they don't clean their racks, or like they don't clean the space that they're working at. Put the
weights
back, or a gym that like everybody's correcting your form, but they don't leave you alone.
Oh, well, I just put on my headphones and I'll just go with the people that want to talk all day. Yeah. So if they want to come up to me, hey, watch out because those weights are coming. So watch where your feet are going. So I'd rather have people put their stuff away, and because it's kind of the time we're living in now. So you don't have to say anything to me. I understand perfectly just by you standing there what you're telling me. So I'm perfectly okay with that. So that's kind of like why I train the way I do.
That's good. All right. Cool. So you rather have people clean and put things in their place?
Yes, because for me, the space is where I get my energy from.
Got it. Makes sense. Makes total sense. And it's also like a safety.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
You don't want to like stumble with some weights there. Yeah. Okay. That's a good answer. All right. Let's see the other one. So will you rather have to work out surrounded by people who grunt obnoxiously and as loud as possible, or have to work out surrounded by people who are talking on their phones while working out? So people were very loud and obnoxious, grunting, or just people on their phones like, oh, my God, hey, you see the shot last night?
Well, I guess both kind of like sit the same to me, but I guess if it was one or the other, I'd prefer listening to people lifting weights than on the phone, obviously. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, so, it kind of gets you going.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's like
that's me.
Yeah, because sometimes I'm in the gym and I'm like lifting, right? And I'm focused, I'm focused, but I see a guy's like, I'm like,
yeah. Well, so for the most part, it's kind of like internal masturbation, I guess. if that's what you want to do to yourself in the gym, because you get zero results and you know it.
Yeah.
You only lose energy being this way.
Yeah, sure. All right, that's cool. That's cool. That's a good answer. All right, let's go to the last one. All right, let's see. Hopefully it's a good one as well. Would you rather work out surrounded by people who pile equipment up and try to handstand balance on them? Okay, handstand.
Yeah.
Or work out with people who stretches and do body weight exercises in the free weight area?
Oh yeah. So I'd rather be with the people that are stretching.
The stretching?
Oh, yeah, because that's going to motivate me at some point to get at one point in my workout to get some good stretching.
Good stretching.
But as far as people stacking all of those plates, it's probably going to be a problem because I'm going to be needing some of those. And so it's kind of pointless for someone to be doing that.
To be doing that, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. So the stretching.
Yeah.
How good is the stretching for you? for your workouts?
So stretching is one of the biggest things. Actually, if anyone's out there starting to work out or in the middle of working out, or obviously if you're at a certain point, stretching is essential. So stretching is for me one of the other things that I'm trying to polish, because once you have full command of your body, meaning from head to toe, you're going to be able to leverage your whole body into a focal point. So this is going to allow you to stimulate the maximum in any workout or anything that you do, just ever. So the goal is always to attain full body command. So I feel when you stretch, you can actually come into a point where you feel everything at the tip of your fingertips to the tips of your toes. So that is the goal for me. So this is why I feel yoga is one of the best things anyone can do as a form of exercise. So stretching is essential, and to me, it's one of the best and healthiest things you can do, aside from obviously exercising.
Yoga is hard. I tried it once, and at least for me, it was tough. Maybe I need to stretch more. And I felt like I was very flexible when I tried it, but I was trying to do all the positions, all the exercise they have, and I was like, oh wow, this is harder than I thought.
I practiced it for a while. There was a teacher that was fully involved. Fortunately, I was able to run into this person that had devoted their life into it at 100%. It wasn't just an instructor.
Okay.
So taught me the real value of breath. So breath is what essentially takes you to these places that now you can see yourself as a meter.
Yeah.
So, and you can direct your energy anywhere. So this is when you kind of come into a place to understand you're boundless.
Yeah.
These are really, really, really good things to understand and know. Obviously, if you're maturing, it only helps. So yoga is one of the things that towards the end I will pursue 100%.
Okay. Do you stretch before working out or after?
I usually do cardio equipment with high resistance. So say, for instance, if it's on the bike, I'll put it on to like level 13.
Okay.
But it's slow and hard, and then at some point I do start doing a little bit of HIIT, things like this. But as far as the stretching, no, I don't. I do the dynamic stretching. Okay. So say, for instance, if it's leg day, I'll do some lunges, some walking lunges, just to warm up the hips.
Yeah.
Or I'll do the leg extensions, make sure I thoroughly warm up the thighs.
Yeah.
But I feel like every athlete and every bodybuilder knows when they are ready. So with that being said, I guess this can be also your demise, right? Because sometimes you think you're ready when you're not. But this actually happened to me because I ended up tearing my bicep.
Wow.
So this happened 2 years ago during the pandemic, fortunately. It took me a while to get it repaired because the hospitals were occupied with other important things they needed to be doing.
Yeah.
But I was able to get that going, kept me away from the competition for almost 2 years. And this was a good place for me to actually be able to come back into myself. I started painting a lot more.
Yeah.
I started to rediscover myself in different ways that were dormant, which right now, this is why you're seeing me like this, and I'm ready to go. Just because I started to see things that are out there for you to just get, and this.
Yeah.
So this is why I feel like I connect with people like you.
Thanks.
From here and all across the world. And I know there's a lot of people out there, and I'm one of you too, and you're one of me, and I see you and you see me. Every time you close your eyes, we are all one. So with that being said, I feel all of us can do great things and accomplish anything that you want.
Amen to that. Yeah, I agree with you, man. It's just staying focused and just do it, right? Just Keep doing the work.
absolutely. You're here.
Yeah.
You're here. There's nothing left for you to do, but just do it now. That's it. All you need to do is write it down.
Exactly. You know, I was listening to a podcast. I think it was with Joe Rogan. I'm not sure, but was a while ago, and they say like at least for humans, right, man and woman, like when they're like feel more like miserable or depressed or things like that, we go through all those emotions. We all have those, right?
Yeah.
But when we feel the worst or like lost is when we don't have a purpose, like a bigger purpose than ourselves.
And yes, absolutely. But
what's your take on that?
Yeah, well, my take on that is it's like I feel it's like something. It's so close, and it's like it's just a misalignment. I promise, it's a misalignment. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just a matter of you getting the right space, like you said earlier. The gym with space. You need to create space so the mind can align itself. Nature will always it's perfect. So it has the energy. You don't need to touch anything.
Yeah.
And I truly believe it's just when you wake up in the morning, there's the Metallica, there's the noise, there's the coffee, there's the traffic and all this stuff. So as time goes by, you're not able to create the silence that the realignment needs. Not everyone was meant to be an athlete. Not everyone's meant to be smart or anything like this. So, but at the end of the day, I feel the alignment will just help you stop for a second, because I think that's where I was at. You know, finally when the bicep hit, I got to this wall, and then at this wall, I don't know what happened, but I just walked through it, and that was it. So I just think that's what everyone needs to do. They just need to walk through it, you know.
Walk through the walls that we put it in our minds. Stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So talk to me more a little bit about the alignment. So what's that? What's that for you? Like, or how you correlate that with your life? Like alignment. What do you mean by that? Like,
well, I guess I just say alignment is just because it's just what you are. So it's nothing complicated, because it's not for you to understand. It's kind of like, I guess the one expression I always make is like, so say me and you know, I'm with my lady and you're with your lady, but I don't know you. But we're both watching the sunset. And I see you and you see me. I don't need to say anything.
Yeah.
You're taking in so much information. I think the moment you open your mouth to say it's beautiful, you've already over-translated it and you've ruined it.
Got it.
So this is why I say when I see you, I see what you're saying. The moment you start talking, don't lie. Just say the truth. And then now I can see you bloom. Because once you're saying truth, it makes you happy.
Okay.
So this is why it's meaning alignment.
The alignment. Got it.
So it's just more just be truthful to yourself, and then you'll align yourself, you know. And it's the lie that makes you split in two, and you continuously lie, and you can continue to split personalities.
Yeah.
So it's a self-perpetuating, act.
Yeah. Be truthful to yourself.
Yeah, and this is when you start your alignment.
Yeah.
And you'll see how simple things are.
Yeah.
And how much people overcomplicate things, and then they try to intoxicate you with it.
Yep.
So this is why I feel like when I look at you, you have space. Whatever it is you do in your time, there's something that you do to create space. You try to create some sort of alignment, whether it's hanging out with your friend that has great alignment. This helps align you.
Yeah.
So I think this is like the natural force of nature. You gravitate towards strong alignment. So and if you can't find it, you have to really just sit there. I believe maybe, and I believe even just going to the beach, going to a large body water mass, like I don't believe anyone out there has ever been to the beach and didn't sleep well at night.
Yeah.
When was the last time you went to the beach and you're like, oh man, I lost sleep last night. I went to the beach.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, I cannot think of any time. Yeah. And I do go not as often as I used to, but I do like to go to the beach. I like to go take my daughter there. She loves to be in the water, So yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So these are things, because what you're doing is just like you're like, I guess a cell phone, right when it's next to a tower, there's no problem Googling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Best signal.
Yeah, you get the best signal. So I think I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. It's that everything in this world's already been figured out. I don't believe anybody's outthinking anybody at this point. It's just epiphanies until you realize them.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
a good way to put it.
You know, so it's just you just have to, I guess.
Yeah, or you do it your own way, which makes it unique to you. But it's
Yeah.
like the same thing, just like yourself doing it yourself. So it's kind of yours now, right? In a way, because you're doing it your way, the way that you understand it. So it's not like a different chocolate. It's the same chocolate, but just maybe a little bit more spicy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
man,
saying?
please.
Yeah.
I feel this is the thing that it's just almost like, you know, those with those kaleidoscopes. And I feel that's just everyone. We're all made of the same colors, just different patterns, always just kind of just going in and out.
In and out.
Yeah. So this is why I appreciate you,
Thanks,
and I
man.
don't want you to like exactly be like me.
Yeah.
I want you to take whatever it is that motivates you from me and you flare it on your own. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like we're all just trying to bloom and give off and just share each other. You know. And that's kind of something when I see, you know, when I go up there in competition, I feel everybody's at their top blooming flower.
Oh, okay.
You know, so they're at a point where everyone out there is at their best and
shape and everything. Okay. So talking about competition, you just went to one competition, right?
Yeah.
Tell me more about it, because I know you were like so like focused on it, hyper focused. You were putting in the work. How did that go?
So this time around, obviously, I had a better approach. Obviously, I couldn't have done this without the support of my lady Nicole.
Shout out to Nicole.
She's my number one.
There you go. Shout out to Nicole.
love
She's
you.
behind the cameras.
Yeah.
You know, everybody. She's not. You guys cannot see her, but she's right
Yeah.
here. You know.
So honestly, without her, obviously this would have been very different, and the alignment would have had to been a lot more effort. But because of this, I'm able to do what I'm doing because I am opening myself up to everyone. Everyone has a part of this in my dream. Now there's certain things that only can make this work. So why she is so special to me, because she can be like water with me.
There you go.
Okay. So because she understands my mind.
Yeah.
And she fully understands quickly, she can read me. So these are one of the real things that actually have helped me see what alignments I am missing.
Yeah.
And from there, you just can't unsee it. So, back to how I get focused, you definitely have to visualize. I know you hear this. I know you see this. Everyone says, oh, visualization, but it's an actual thing. So I think truly the focus has to come from the visualization and the little wins, and you can't not turn back. So it has to be constantly
Working on it.
Yeah, working on it. So waking up early in the morning, setting a body time clock where you're able to get up at the same times, have the same meals at the same times. Everything has to be calculated. Now, I'm just saying this. Like, I'm just saying, hey, you know, you have to be calculating all this stuff. But the reason why a lot of people can't do this is because they're not aligned themselves. Because when the pressure hits, that's it. They don't eat their meal. When the pressure hits, oh, I just fell asleep.
Stress.
And I get it, you know, but you just can't do that, you know. So the way you don't do that is when you get home, you make all your food, you pack it, you stay up later. So in the future, tomorrow, when you get up, everything's there already in the fridge for you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I go as far as now. I mean, obviously, I get a lot of help. All right, everybody. So, and I know this is not everyone can just pick up on these kind of habits and just, you know, start doing them.
Yeah.
But once you get into the point where you have this natural clock going, you'll start seeing the results, and before you know it, you're there.
Yeah.
Staying focused is one of the main things that I guess I can't help you with, just because I feel you are your own tree. So you have your own elements you need to be absorbing in order to create your base. You
Makes sense.
know?
Yeah.
So and it's very and I think that's why it took me a while to figure this out.
Yeah.
You know, because you watch all these disciplined people and you're like, wow, but
Yeah.
that guy's got 3 kids.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
How
mean?
are they doing it?
Like
Yeah.
that guy's got 3 kids. He's got like an organization.
Yeah.
You know, he's got this, that. So this is why, please, everything is an excuse. Look at the people around you.
Yeah.
I remember there was this lady I saw that had like 3 or 4 kids, you know, getting protein, you know, and she's like, oh, yeah, I'm a single mother with 3 kids, and you know, and I go to the gym, and then I go to work, and then I make them food, and I meal prep, and then I did this contest, and she was, you know, by herself,
Yeah.
you
Wow.
know, so I'm like,
That's impressive.
and I'm like, man, I was like, and then I get these guys that are coming in, you know, looking healthy,
Yeah. Like,
you know, they're like all partying on the weekend, they're like, oh man, I wish I could do that,
yeah.
you know, and
Well,
and you're
yeah,
like, well,
yes, you
obviously these are just choices,
Yeah.
you know, so and if you're tired, you know, you're tired.
Yeah.
But that doesn't take away from, you know, that you
to-
have to do it. And please, I'm still working on this myself, but at the same time, I have broken layers and levels,
Yeah.
you know,
I
just
get
like you have,
Yeah.
you know. So I feel it's very important to understand that that everyone is on a different level.
Yeah. It is. It's tough. It's tough, right? Because like in my case, I speak for myself, right? So like I'm always been like very active, like physically, and like always been involved a lot in like in contact sports, like boxing and all that stuff. But there's like periods of time, and this is real, like in which like my physical activity goes down, and then I pick myself up. So that's kind of like the thing that I kind of don't like, and I've been working on, right? So I've been having this like constant habit, right, that I've been building in which like, okay, I want to stay as consistent working out as I like possible and just make it like part of my lifestyle, because I think you know, when you're younger, you just like you mentioned, like you just go out or life happens, you know,
Yeah.
whatever that is, and it's all about mindset, right? Where how you calibrate your mindset in which becomes something to you, like you working out is just who you are, right?
Yeah.
Like now it's part of your life, part of your identity. Not that you are just that, but it is part of your life.
Yes, and I feel that, I guess when people say this to me, I'm like, wait a minute, doesn't everybody have the same vehicle that you want to accelerate and see at its best?
Yeah.
And but I guess, but that's what I love, I guess, because everyone is different, and this is not how it's supposed to be, where I can admire someone for something else too. But definitely keeping up with all of the main things that our body
Yeah.
has blessed us with ability,
Mhm.
you know, metabolism, wit, response.
Yeah.
You know, there's just so many things that we still haven't explored. I guess this is why I love extreme stuff, because we're still always, you know,
Yeah.
mutating
Yeah.
in different ways, you know.
Evolving and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, so I think it goes back down to like mindset, right? Because we all need to have some sort of motion. Motion is life, right? If we move, we are alive. We stay stagnant, we don't move our bodies. It's like we start getting rusty, right? Like if I don't think if you sit a lot and you don't do a lot of movement during the day, then like all of a sudden you get up and like my back hurts, you know,
Yeah.
things like that. But if you're constantly like, you know, stretching, doing motion, moving, and you know, trying to do your best to take care of your diet,
Yes.
right, which is very important.
Yes.
Your whole life changes. I speak out of experience for myself, right? So, because when I feel my worst is when I'm not as disciplined on my physical condition, right? I'm not saying that just like this is all me, just working out. That's all in life. It's not, but it's huge. Has a huge influence on how I perform in other aspect of my life. When I feel good, when my body feels healthy and good, I perform good on like my company, right?
Yeah.
Perform good relationship with my daughter, with my friends, better moods, you know? Like
Yeah.
it's just better. It's
Yeah.
not that working out is everything, because it's not, but your body is. and how you take care of it, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty much what
Yeah.
you were saying.
Yeah.
Like, just take care of the
unit. Yeah.
unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can perform in other aspects.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not that you're just gonna race,
Yeah.
but also what if you wanna cruise with your family? You know,
Yeah, yeah.
you gotta be good.
And this is the thing, because the body was given to you to enhance all your experiences, because when you're just the soul, you can't touch, taste, or eat.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
So now that you have a body, you're pretty much like a demigod, right? Because we're also spiritual.
Yeah.
So you can be in both. So now that you know this, you can now you have all access. This is why you only limit yourself. So I feel whatever it is that soul desires,
Yeah.
at some point when something breaks through, I believe you'll get it, one form or another, and this is why, I love all of these, people all the way down to like Bruce Lee, to, all of these legends, because they understood one thing was the mind is everything, and you have access to it all. All you have to do is sharpen it so you can shine enough to just gravitate everything right into what it is that you want. And because that is what you are. So take it, it's yours, So, and I know, when I say stuff like this, it sounds great, but in reality it is great.
Yeah.
And I believe this is just coming from a place of just positivity, and I feel this is, one of the best ways to, align yourself, truth, positivity, and those kind of things are the things that you want to be aggressive with.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Aggressive positivity, because this is what's going to keep you there when the other side's trying to pull you down. You're like, nah. Mm-hmm. This is the aggressive positivity. I'm tired, but I'm doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not stopping.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful thing. So this can help others get out of that hole. Those people around you that you love. This is why I truly believe that you really need to love people and use money.
Yeah.
Not the other way around.
Yeah.
Right? Because I feel when you use people, get money, this kind of just takes nature into this really weird warping. Mm-hmm.
It falls apart.
Yeah. So and it just kind of hurts everyone.
Yeah, it falls apart. It's because it's unnatural, it kind of falls apart. People can tell that you're just doing it for the buck, right?
Yeah.
You're not being authentic.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the whole thing is that when you help someone, you create opportunity.
Yeah.
Right? Because this person is now able. You are the money.
Yeah.
You are the money. So
exactly.
So you use the money and you love the people, because when you love people, they do better.
Yeah.
So everyone just gets a piece of it. So, but then once you start creating this divide and conquer and all this stuff, to division and all this toxicity, then this is why you have zero gains. Right? Zero gains.
Zero gains.
That's it. So everyone just needs to stay positive.
Everyone needs to stay positive and just try to help each other and understand that everybody's different, and just everybody has their own way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So all right. So let's move on to the next topic, because I'm very curious on well, you've been working out, you've been putting a lot of work in your physique. So how's the because we have a friend in common, Rue.
Rue.
Yeah. So how's your relationship with Rue? How's that?
So Rue's a really great guy. I've known Rue for maybe about I don't know, 5-6 years. Worked out a couple times. He's always come down to visit. I met him through a mutual friend. At a couple other gyms, powerlifting gyms. But Rue is like another version of me, just like you. Yeah. He's out there to have a good time. And that's why I love Rue, because when I see him, I feel like he's like a family member of mine.
He's a taller, under green eyes version than me.
Yeah. But I love him because every time I see him, I feel like I see a family member. He just, and I feel this is why positivity says so much, because when you see someone smile and they give you a certain look, it hits you where the base of your energy is from.
Yeah.
and it lights you up and it gives you positivity. And I feel this is a very strong energy. So and people like him, people like you, especially my girl Nicole, she has that. And I feel that these are the people, that always help others out of situations.
Yeah. So something that I kind of respect, that not kind of, I do respect, something that I respect about Rue, now that we're talking about him, is why he started his company, supplements. I think I remember when I met him, he was talking to me like, yeah, man, I used to work out. I used to put all these supplements in my body, and they're just like, for me. And he kind of gave me he started it, and he was like telling me like, yeah, I just wanted to give athletes something that will not like damage their body. It's more like actually help them.
Yes.
It's not like so bad for them, right?
Yes.
Because I remember the first time I took pre-workout, it's already like in my 20s when I did that, because I never before did it.
Yeah.
Right? The very first time I took a pre-workout, bro, I felt sick. Like I was
Yeah.
just like, what
Me too.
fuck is going on?
Yeah, me
like,
too.
Too much, and I didn't even work out that well, because I was just like, "What is this normal? What the heck's on?" Like the jitters and like, sweating, and it's crazy though. So my first experience with pre-workout was not very good, and that's because the pre-workout was not good.
Absolutely, because a lot of people, when they're starting off, they don't know what they're taking, because we're just kind of led into this market as like, hey man, my friend took that, my friend took this, and everyone's just taking it before you know it. And you can't pee, or you're having problems sleeping, and so, and like you were saying, and I feel you were going in the direction of using good supplements.
Yeah.
My first experience when I took my first pre-workout, same thing. I threw up. Wow. Yeah, I threw up. It was pretty bad, but I guess I loved it. I loved it. Yeah, I was like, yeah, man. I was in the parking lot puking, but it was great. But don't don't do it because of that. But it really lets you look into the world of enhancements. And at that point, I had taken something that I wasn't ready for, because I didn't need that sort of help yet. So that's my advice for anyone out there. I guess if you can't even do the basic stuff, I mean, you really don't need to be taking anything more than key supplements, like just vitamins and things like that. Because I feel if you just do 15 minutes of cardio, you get a lot of blood, you get a lot of oxygen in the blood, and you get euphoric, and there you go.
Yeah.
Just like I'm sure when you're with your partner and you get aroused. Did you take a pre-workout? I don't think so. But you're pretty high there.
Yeah.
Right? You were pretty pumped up. Right? So it is all in your mind. But there are certain things that, when you're dieting strict, body is in a deprived state.
Yeah.
You need supplements. Because what you're putting your body through a really strong bad phase that in actuality, if you had a real diet, you wouldn't look like health.
Yeah.
But what we're doing is we're manipulating key elements that are keeping the body lively as the body fat is dropping. Now this is the whole science of coaching. This is why I do what I do now, because at this point I understand the body as a meter through firsthand experience. So with me understanding how all of these elements stimulate the body, it's a really important thing when you're going for a sculpted physique.
Yeah.
This is no longer, hey, dude, I can do 1,000 push-ups. Hey, dude, I can bench this, I can bench that. No, dude. Hey, what do you look like? Do you have big muscles and low body fat?
Yeah.
Muscles hard or soft? What's your energy levels like?
Yeah.
Able to kind of run like a Porsche. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or are you just, a Nissan with spinners?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but in actuality, I'm just talking about the people who are involved into this.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not talking about people who have no interest in doing this. Don't listen to me. Life, I love you too.
There
right?
you go.
But aside from that, when it comes to competition and all of this noise,
Yeah.
you only do this for so much. But at the end of the day, knowing all the supplements is key. Knowing the nutritional value, knowing that timing is everything.
Yeah.
And when you don't know, ask somebody. Make this up. No,
Ask.
yes, because there's a lot of cultural homes that'll start making stuff up just because they don't have answers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, as far as street knowledge, street knowledge can go a long way, but at the end of the day, you have to have your facts. So,
Yeah.
this is why I love Rue, because he's all about facts, about health, fitness, the best you, to get you crazy.
Yeah.
He's trying to keep you so you can go the distance. And I feel that's why the products that he's making is for health and lifestyle and progression and study and camaraderie, friends,
Yeah.
positivity. Hey, what are you doing, man? Cool. Hey, I'll go support you.
There you go.
So these, and this is why I love it, because this is who I am at the core. I'm not out here trying to get like, oh, do this and do that. And nah, man, because at the end of the day, you need to focus on you, and focus on the things you can do. Not get wrapped up in some stuff that because your friends are doing it,
Yeah.
you're going to lose 4 years out of your life. Maybe, lose friends, some good friends.
Yeah.
For what? For the muscle? No, man. If this is not what you want to do, don't do it. These are things that I had to ask myself at some point.
Yeah.
But this is who I am. So this is why I do it. And that's all you need. It's just one answer for yourself, And if it's suffering that you're feeling, well, then you got to learn to love it, because that's all you'll ever feel in any route you go. That's just a personal problem, the suffering.
Yeah. That's true.
So I feel that if you just accept, it can go a long way.
Yeah. Life is truly like different life, right? And that's why we appreciate all those happy moments, because through the rest of life we go through also.
But it's
the suffering,
but the suffering is just your choice.
Yeah.
Because because that's the moment you're choosing. And these are facts that I'm coming to realize too. Okay, I'm not out there like, oh, look at this guy's acting like, But anyways, choices we have to make, because I catch myself every day. So you always need to catch yourself, because the truth is the truth. So if you feel, oh, I'm suffering, the choice, because what you're working for is beautiful.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Excuse me. But anyway,
that Carson is allowed here. So
okay. So, but so I mean, excuses, man. Put them in the box. Burn that shit.
Put them away.
Yeah, you don't need none of that, man.
Write it down, mail them somewhere else.
Yeah. Because why? I know that demon too, excuse demon. And that's the one that you got to be very, very careful of, because that's the one that's going to put you straight into the hole.
Yeah.
And this is why exercising helps. Because you feel him the most, because he wants. He's like, nah.
It's funny how you put it. The excuse demon. Then it came out to my mind. It's like, and then it will later on. It will introduce you to the regret demon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, yeah, and then you're gonna have a party, because misery loves company. So you're just gonna have a whole crowd there of all this noise that you made, And I know that song, but it's too bad, because I don't hear you no more. I don't know that. Here, I'm here, and that's way more powerful. And to be honest, and this is why when you're in love with life, it just puts you into a whole nother thing, because you used to realize everyone is capable of it, right? And it's fine, So I'm not going to interfere with your process because you are your own process. So, but what I'm going to do is shine right next to you, right? So in hopes that you can see a little bit.
Yeah.
So I feel when you have something for yourself, you stop talking because it's a sunset. It's beautiful. So take care of it. The moment you start talking about it to other people, you start ruining the sunset.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's for you to watch. It's for you to watch. And that's what I want to see. I want to see tears coming out of my eyes and someone else saying like, what the hell is he seeing that I'm not seeing? When
we're looking at the same thing.
Yeah, we're not clearly not looking at the same thing. So it's a choice. Choice. Your body is the vehicle that can send you off into this into these places. And these aren't, things that, you look for either.
Yeah.
They just kind of just happen when.
Happen.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Look, so we're about to, we're reaching out the end of the podcast, guys. But before we go, I want to ask you, man, what's next for you? Like, where you see yourself in a few years from now? What are you working on that you haven't tell everybody? Are you working on your brand more, or what is it like? Maybe you go back, because I think you mentioned this before on a previous conversation that you like acting. Is that something that you are looking into?
Absolutely. So, is one of the things that I am passionate about, and I do have a past on. I did do theater for a while. I wrote a play. So I do love writing. I do love imagination, and I do love creativity. I do love acting. I do love being a part of the world. I get muddy. I get messy. I love it all. So these are things. It's like, hey, I'm here. I'm ready to go.
There you go.
So for the most part, I just love expanding my out as far as I can go, because these are the things that I see that help others because it's helped me.
Yeah.
Right? Because those people that were out there being positive, maybe it's a stupid little dance, but when I'm down, I guess that stupid little dance picks people up. I mean, hey, look at the guy with the blue beard or something. I don't know. If that makes you like, hey man, that's cool. It motivates me. I don't want one. Imagine me with the blue beard, right?
Yeah.
So, but the thing is that I'm all with you, man. Yeah. Right, woman, whatever you want to call yourself, I guess these days. Yeah. But anyways, that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, man, I love everyone.
Yeah.
And I hope everyone's out there taking their supplements. You got to check out Ruformance. He has a whole line of products that are going to help you get into shape, stay healthy. No products that are going to harm your body, anything like that. So this is why I recommend them. Because these are clean products that are not aggressive on your system, that are going to allow you to take them more often, and you're going to be able to stay in shape. You're going to be out there worried and concerned, like, hey man, like I'm also consuming this stuff, and I'm also consuming this other stuff. I don't know which way. A lot of people are taking their diets and to what direction, but these supplements can work around those diets too, because they're not harmful on the body. So
yeah. Oh man, so how can people find you?
So you guys can find me on my Instagram, Efren_Camarena. My Facebook, same thing. You guys want to reach out to me, whether it's for diet, health, nutrition, online coaching, online training. I got you guys. You guys got to stay motivated. You only got one life, man. Take a look at your body. What does it look like? What do you want it to look like? What goals do you have? Be motivated. I love you guys.
There you go, guys. So you guys heard it from the man itself. Look at your body. How do you want it to look like? How do you want to feel? All right. So thank you for watching another episode of With the Boys podcast. Thank you for coming and hang out with the boys. You guys know what to do. Go to YouTube, ring that bell, subscribe, leave a comment. Let us know what you like about this podcast. Also, go follow us on Instagram. And go check my man here over here, because he has a lot of information for you and a lot of value. All right, guys? Thanks, man, for coming.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. See you next time, all right?
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Peace.